Good morning, Hartfield Sports Centre. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. Yes, I want to become a member of the sports centre.
OK, fine. Can you tell me your first name, please?
Yes, it's Frances. Frances.
Right. And your family name?
Thompson. Thompson.
Thanks. And where do you live?
I live in Hartfield.
OK. And what's your address, please, Frances?
It's 72 Grove Street, Hartfield.
And your phone number?
01982 637 410.
And how old are you, Frances?
I'm 16.
Great. OK. It costs £12 to be a member.
Fortune's new music. Fortune are back with some new songs. We talked to Nick from Year 11, a songwriter with the band. Nick has lots of things to do, but Cool asked him to give us some time. We wanted some information about the band's new music. Nick, tell us about your new songs.
Well, they aren't all finished. There's still some work to do, you know, the little things you want to change at the last minute.
Yeah.
But they're nearly ready.
We can't wait. When can we hear them?
We're planning to play them at the school party at the end of next month.
Great! So let's talk about the music. Do the other band members write any songs, or are they all yours?
Well, I write a lot of them, but they're not all mine. Karen writes too. Some of the fast dance songs are hers.
Oh.
And we always ask the rest of the band to listen to the songs, and they usually have some good ideas for changes. So, in the end, we think the songs belong to all of us. They're ours, not just mine or Karen's.
Do you like writing songs?
Yeah, I love it. Well, not always. You know, there are good days and bad days. Sometimes a song is easy to write, but I sometimes sit for hours and I don't get any ideas.
So, do you sit at a desk when you're writing?
No, not always. I often get ideas when I'm outside, when I'm walking around, so I always have a pen and some paper with me.
Did you write any of the new songs when you were away from your desk?
Well, yes, actually. One of them is called What Makes You Think They're Happy, and I wrote it after I heard a conversation between two people.
Right.
My uncle's a vet, and in the holidays I often help him. It's great for me because I really love animals. Of course, I know you have to study hard and for a long time, but that's my dream, and I'm sure I can do it.
I want to work in IT, information technology. You have to be really good to get the best jobs, and then you can earn a lot of money. But money isn't the only thing. I just love computer programming, and I really want to do something in this field.
I love this game, and my dream is to play professionally. I know you have to practice a lot, so I joined a club, and I practice almost every day. I hope I can win some big matches someday.
Well, talent isn't enough. You also have to have a lot of luck to get to the top. But I'm a good singer, I think, and I play the guitar quite well. And I just love music. So maybe I'll be lucky and get into a band. That's what I'd really love to do.
OK, I also wanted to find out why these people are successful, right? So I found some books about them, and I looked on the internet, and I found some interesting things, some things that all these people have in common. OK, so to be successful, this is what you have to do. First, you have to have a dream. I mean, You have to know what you want. And it's not good enough to say, for example, I'd like to be a writer. You have to have some practical ideas about what you want to write and when and how. Then the next thing, you have to be determined. You know, never give up. Sometimes things are difficult. Things go wrong, but you can't give up. You have to keep going, keep working, keep trying. Next, you have to have a few good friends. All the successful people say that help from friends was important. Because good friends say, well done, and that's great, and you can do it. Things like that. So, good friends are important. What's next? Oh yes, this is really important. You have to work hard. Yeah, sorry guys. All the really successful people work very hard, but you don't have to work 24 hours a day. You have to relax sometimes. That's important too. So, those are the big things if you want to be a big success. You don't have to have lots of money or rich parents, and you don't have to get good school results. Some really successful people weren't good at school, but they were good at other things, and they worked hard. Okay, that's it. Oh, one last thing. You need a little luck sometimes. That always helps. But you have to use your luck too. So, that's my presentation. Any questions?
Why are they so successful? These people are different in a lot of ways. Some of them are men and some are women. They come from different countries. They have different interests and they have different professions. But there's one thing that they have in common. They are all extremely successful and they are at the top of their professions. An interesting question is, why are they so successful? A lot of people think that the answer is talent, a special ability to do something very well. But perhaps this is not the answer. Some of these people are not unusually talented. They're good at what they do, of course, but they aren't always excellent. Also, there are lots of people who have talent, but who don't become very successful. So, if the answer to the question isn't talent, what is the answer?
I saw a funny program on TV last night. It was called The Cream on the Cake. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. What was it about?
Well, there were these two girls called Jane and Louise. They were really good friends. So one day they had lunch together and they met a boy called Danny. He came and sat down at their table. The problem was, both Jane and Louise liked him.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Jane went out with this boy Danny. They went to the cinema together and Jane thought he was wonderful, you know? So she was really happy. But then the next day she was in the bus and she looked through the window and she saw Danny and her friend Louise together.
Oh no! So what happened?
Well, the two girls had a big argument later that day. They stood there in the street and shouted at each other.
So that was the end of their friendship, right?
No, wait. The next minute, the girls looked across the street and who did they see? Danny. He was at the cafe and he had a big cream cake in front of him and a drink, and he was with a different girl called Sylvia.
So what did they do?
Well, they walked over to the cafe together and Jane pushed Danny's face into the cream cake and Louise poured the drink down the back of his shirt. Yeah, he looked really funny and he was incredibly angry. He had cream all over him. And then Jane and Louise left together and they just laughed and laughed.
So they stayed friends, right?
Yeah, of course.
I wonder what happened to Danny.
I don't know. But he didn't enjoy that cream cake.
That was a great presentation, Amy.
Thanks. I enjoyed doing it. So, who's your hero, Lucy?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather? You can't be serious.
Why not? My grandfather was a firefighter in London. He saved loads of people and he's got a lot of medals.
Is that right?
Yes. He was a firefighter for 40 years, and after he stopped working, he was a volunteer in children's hospitals.
That's amazing. I'd really like to meet him.
Okay. We can go to his house together one day.
Great. So I didn't know what was going on. I thought to myself.
Okay, everyone. Quiet now, please, okay? Amy's going to give us her presentation now about her project, all right? Now, Amy, your project's about a Brazilian man, isn't it?
That's right. His name was Chico Mendes.
Great. So this is your poster. Can everyone see it?
Yeah.
Yes? Good. So, tell us about it, Amy.
Right. Well, like I said, it's about Chico Mendes. Here's his picture, yeah? He was born in 1944, December 1944, in Brazil. And his father worked in the forests in North Brazil, in the Amazon. He was a rubber farmer. He took rubber from the trees there in the Amazon, like you can see here in this picture. They take rubber from the trees to make car tires and things like that. And that's what Chico Mendes did too.
Do you know anything about his education, Amy? Did he go to school?
Well, where Chico lived, a place called Chapuri, there wasn't a school at all.
Oh.
But Chico's father helped him learn to read and write.
Good. Thanks. That's fine. Go on.
Anyway, when Chico was a rubber farmer, he saw people cutting down trees in the Amazon because they wanted to get money for the wood. And Chico was very angry about that, so he started an organization to try to stop it. And a lot of people helped him. After a few years, it was a big organization. And Chico was quite famous too. In 1987, he visited the United States. He traveled to Miami and Washington.
Why?
Well, he wanted to tell people about the problems in the Amazon. But some people in the Amazon, you know, the big farmers, they didn't like Chico, and they wanted to stop him. And then one day, in 1988, 2 men arrived at Chico's house with guns, and they killed him. Oh, it was terrible, you know.
Who were the men who killed him?
2 men, 2 brothers, in fact. They worked for the wood companies, but after that, after Chico Mendes died, he was even more famous. And now there are more organizations to stop cutting down trees in the Amazon. So, that's it. He's my hero, Chico Mendes. I think he was great because he worked hard for something very important, right? And because he died for that too.
Amy, that's great. Thanks a lot. Okay, everyone. Any questions?
Yeah, why did the big farmers want to stop him?
The Woman Who Lived in a Tree. Julia Hill, an American woman, was born in 1974. She was 23 years old when she discovered that a company wanted to cut down part of a forest in California. In the forest, there were lots of redwood trees. One of the trees was 70 meters tall and 1,000 years old. Julia wasn't happy about this. She travelled to California and climbed up the tree. "If I sit in the tree," she said, "the company can't cut it down." At the beginning, Julia planned to stay in the tree for 2 weeks. She lived in a small tree house, and her friends were very helpful. They cooked food for her every day.
She used her mobile phone to talk to her family and to news reporters. She stayed in the tree day and night. Environmental organisations supported her, but other people weren't on her side, and they tried to stop her. The company used a helicopter that stayed near her treehouse for a long time. The helicopter was very noisy, and there was a lot of wind. Julia didn't like it, but she stayed in the tree. In the end, she was successful. The company agreed not to cut down the redwood. Finally, after 2 years and 8 days in the tree, Julia Hill climbed down and walked on the ground again. She and her friends were very happy.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
Oh, hello, Jack. Not so good, actually. I'm having a lot of problems at school at the moment.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, it's my maths teacher. I think he hates me.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. But why do you think that?
Every time we have a test, he asks me to give the answers. And I always get most of them wrong.
Oh, I'm sure you're not the only one.
But he also laughs when I make mistakes. Oh, I hate him. He's fat and ugly and stupid.
I don't believe you, but I know what you mean. I don't like my geography teacher.
Why?
Well, she's very strict, and she doesn't have a sense of humour. She always shouts at us if we're late for class, and she gives us lots of homework after every lesson.
But at least she doesn't hate you.
No, maybe not. But I don't enjoy my geography lessons because of her.
Which subjects do you like?
Science and PE. And you know why? Because the teachers are really friendly, and they obviously enjoy teaching.
Yes, it's true. When a teacher enjoys their subject, the lessons are very interesting. I really like my English teacher. In fact, English is my favourite subject, even though we get lots of homework every day.
Oh, speaking of homework, I have to go home now. It was great to see you again. Bye for now.
Bye. See you soon.
Getting fat or keeping fit. Some people want to get fat. Sumo wrestlers, for example. Their typical meal is called chankonabe, a mixture of rice, meat and vegetables. It's healthy, but it has a lot of calories. It's difficult to throw a very heavy man to the floor. This is why sumo wrestlers eat a lot of food and go to bed straight after eating. Some sumo wrestlers weigh 250 kilograms. A few of them even 280 kilograms. But most people want to keep their weight down. In Britain and the USA, doctors are worried that a lot of teenagers are overweight. They often eat unhealthy food and spend a lot of time sitting in front of the television or the computer. Here's some advice. Have some vegetables or some fruit in every meal. Tomatoes are great. Eat 5 small meals a day instead of 2 or 3 large meals. It's a good idea to eat snacks, but don't eat a lot of sugar. Have some bread, an apple, some grapes or a carrot. Don't eat fried food very often. Have some rice or some pasta instead. Drink a lot of water. If you want a sweet drink, have some fruit juice. Do some exercise every day. Exercise burns off the calories and makes you fit. So come on, get up and ride your bike, swim, run, go for walks. Finally, remember, there's no need to be skinny. Enjoy your food and have fun when you're exercising.
Hi, Amy. That new cafe is open today. We're going there now to check it out. Do you want to come?
Sorry, no. I'd like to, but I'm busy.
Strange. Why doesn't she want to come?
I know, maybe she's got a boyfriend.
Look, there's Amy. Where's she going?
I think she's got a boyfriend. Let's follow her.
Here's your shopping, Mrs. Craig. Do you want me to do the ironing too?
Thanks very much, Amy. You're an angel.
So it's not a boyfriend. She's doing jobs for Mrs. Craig.
She must be crazy.
Good morning and welcome to the morning programme. Our topic today is volunteer work. I'm in Belize and I'm talking to a volunteer worker, Pauline Jones, about her life here. Hi, Pauline.
Hello.
Now, you're living here in Belize for 6 months, is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm working on a project to protect the coral reefs.
And what are you doing right now?
Well, I'm doing a test on the seawater here. I'm testing to find out if the water is polluted. It's part of my work.
And what do you do in your free time?
I don't have much free time. I'm staying with a family here in Belize, and when I'm not working, I help around the house.
Doing what, for example?
Sometimes I do the cooking and the washing, and of course I tidy my room, and I help with the shopping at the weekends too.
Do you like the work here?
Oh, yeah. The work we're doing on the reef is really important, I think, and I don't mind doing a bit of housework. Well, I don't like doing the washing. There isn't a washing machine, so we do the washing by hand. But that's not a problem, really.
So you're happy to be here?
Yes, I love it here. I'm having a great time, and I'm learning a lot too.
Well, that's great, Pauline. Thanks, and good luck with your work here.
Thank you.
Now we go back to the studio.
Every year, thousands of young people in Britain finish school and then take a year off before they start work or go to university. Some young people go to other countries and work as volunteers. Volunteers give their time to help people. For example, they work in schools or hospitals, or they help with conservation. Pauline Jones, 18, lives in Cardiff, Wales. Next year, she wants to go to university to study Spanish. But now, she's living in Belize. Pauline says,
I'm working with other people here to protect the coral reefs in the sea near Belize. The reefs here are beautiful, but if the seawater is very polluted, the coral dies. I'm helping to do research on the coral and the fish that live around the reefs. All over the world, coral reefs are dying. We need to do something about the problem before it's too late. I'm staying with a family here, and I help with the cooking and the cleaning. I don't get any money, but that's okay. I love my work here, and I'm learning a lot about the people of Belize, and myself. When I finish my work, I want to stay here for another 3 months. I want to travel around Belize and Central America.
What's it like at your new school, Jane?
Oh, it's okay. You know, we finish at 3 o'clock every afternoon.
Great.
And after school, they have games and clubs. It's cool.
Do you have PE?
Yeah, twice a week. We have PE on Mondays and Wednesdays at 12 o'clock.
Only twice a week?
Yes, I'm happy to say. I hate PE, but information technology's good, and we do it 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 9:45.
That's good. IT's fun.
Yeah. I love drama too, but we only have drama once a week. On Thursday, just before lunch at 12 o'clock.
What about art?
Only once a week. On Tuesday after lunch. But you know, I don't like art very much.
I'm sure you get a lot of English, though.
Yeah, 4 times a week. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:45 and Tuesdays at 12 o'clock.
Matthew Thomas is English. He is 15 and his brother Paul is 13, but they don't go to school. They are in the Chilean city of Arica for a year because their parents are scientists there. They study at home. Here is our interview with Matthew about home education. Why do you study at home? Well, there aren't any English-speaking schools here, and we don't speak very good Spanish, and we think you can learn a lot at home. What subjects do you study? The usual subjects, maths, English, history, and so on. But I study them in my own way. I use books or the internet, and sometimes our parents teach us. Do you like studying at home? Yes, I do. I love it. I can choose how to do things. I can study maths on Monday and physics on Tuesday, or biology on Monday and history on Tuesday. It's up to me. Does your brother like it too? Yes, he does. I often help him, and sometimes he helps me. Do you get lonely? No, I don't. I'm hardly ever lonely. My brother and my parents are here. I've got friends on the internet, and now I've got a few Chilean friends too. How often do you see them? Well, I go to a sports club every weekend, and I meet them there. And I go to a dance club twice a month. That's always good fun.
Look at that guy over there.
What about him?
That's Tony Smith.
Oh, Tony. That's right. He goes to ballet classes.
Yeah, that's weird. A boy doing ballet.
Hey, Tony, do you want to play football with us?
Or are you worried about your pretty little dancing feet?
Alex, shut up. Don't listen to him, Tony. He's stupid.
You know, Alex, I like playing football. And no, I'm not worried about my feet.
Oh, yeah, but doing ballet?
I like ballet. It's my hobby. It's not my problem if you don't like it.
Well, I mean, it's different, isn't it? For a boy.
So what?
My name's Kate. I do a lot of sport. I like tennis and I love playing football. I'm in the girls' football team at school. I'm good at swimming too, but I don't really enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Adrian. I go out a lot with my friend Jack. We're really into films, so we like going to the cinema. Jack also plays a lot of computer games. But I don't like sitting in front of the computer. I love reading film books, though.
My name's Harry. It's funny. I hate dancing, but I really love listening to music. I've got about 80 CDs at home. I also write music, and I enjoy playing the guitar. I don't like playing the piano so much, because our piano isn't very good. In fact, it sounds terrible.
An unusual hobby. Julie Baker is 16 and Australian. She likes music, swimming, going to the cinema, and hanging out with friends. She's a very normal 16-year-old. But she has an unusual hobby: flying helicopters. Julie is a student at the Helicopter Flying School near Brisbane. Here is her typical Sunday. 7 o'clock, Julie gets up. 7:45 to 8 o'clock, Julie's parents drive her to the helicopter school. Julie hasn't got a driving licence. 8 o'clock to 10:45. Her lessons start. Julie is in a group with 5 other students. The teacher tells them how to fly a helicopter. For example, how to take off and how to land. Julie doesn't like classroom work very much, but she knows it's important. 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Julie and her friends learn how to use the radio and how to read maps. 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Julie is in the pilot seat and her teacher is next to her. She flies for 1 hour. She loves it. She enjoys looking down at the Sunshine Coast. 1:15. Julie's dad drives her home. He's very happy that she's back and that she's okay. I hate watching Julie up in that helicopter, he says. Her mother and I get nervous. But we know she loves flying. She wants to be a pilot, and we don't want to stop her.
Jack and Monica are at the swimming pool. Do you want to go there?
No, not really. I can't swim.
Really?
Yeah. I'd like to learn to swim, though. Maybe you can teach me.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I can swim, but not very well. You're good at music, aren't you?
Well, yeah. I can sing. I really like singing. And I can play the piano and the guitar.
I can't play any musical instruments. We've got a piano at home, but I can't play it, and I can't sing either. When I sing at home, my brother shouts at me.
Don't listen to him. Anyway, you're really good at art. You can paint and draw. I love your pictures.
Can you paint?
Oh, I can paint a bit, but not very well.
Have you got a big family, Marek?
No, there's just me and my mother and my brother Milos.
So, you haven't got any sisters?
No, I haven't.
How old is your brother?
Milos? He's 19. He's at university now. He's a really good-looking guy. He's tall and he's got fair hair and green eyes.
He sounds great.
What about you? Have you got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got 2 little sisters. There's Sylvia, she's 12, and then there's Lisa, she's 9.
Have they got black hair like you?
Yes, we've all got black hair. Sylvia's got brown eyes too, but Lisa's eyes are blue. They're amazing.
My town is small, but it's a nice place to live. There's a really great clothes shop in the centre of the town, and the supermarket is okay. There are 2 music shops, and they're quite good for CDs, but there aren't any bookshops. There are 2 or 3 cafes. My favourite is the Rainbow Cafe. I often go there after school. There isn't a cinema. We go to another town when we want to see a film. There are 4 schools in the town, 2 for young children and 2 for teenagers. Sometimes we have school dances. That's good, because there aren't any discos in the town for young people. So, it isn't a very exciting town really, but it's okay.